Amici di Sportface, benvenuti a una nuova intervista qui oggi. Abbiamo con noi, lo vedete già qui con me, Filip Horansky che sarà presto impegnato nella sfida di qualificazione di Coppa Davis tra Slovacchia e Italia. Welcome Filip.
Hello everyone.
Thank you for being, first of all. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything good. Hopefully everybody is safe in these times in Europe.
Yeah, we know it, and we saw also recently some Ukraine players, especially in Challenger Tour, that they explain about their situation. And of course, I mean, it's simple to say, but it's not easy. We know that for sure.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Talking about tennis, sometimes
Yeah.
for our luck, sometimes you're already in Bratislava, where you actually live. We were talking before this interview, and you officially started the train with the Davis Cup team yesterday.
Yes, that's right. I mean, we are everybody in Slovak team from Bratislava, or we are living in Bratislava. But anyway, we are staying this week in the hotel as a team. So we started the preparation yesterday, and we will try to prepare as best as we can.
Yeah, and how is doing the team? Because I know that it's recent the work that you start with Tibor Toth, with the new
Yeah,
captain.
yeah. I mean, it's not like a new kind of cooperation because before he was a main coach when the captain was Dominic Herbati. So like he's trying to do same things with us as before. So now he's head coach. He's also a private coach of Norbert Gombos. So yeah, we know each other. We practice together a whole year, so it's not like that we meet in for 1 week of Davis Cup, but we are still together. Let's say whole year.
Yeah, he actually told me last week because we spoke, and he told me at the end the work is the same. It's just more responsibility on me. He
Yeah,
told
yeah,
me.
yeah. That's true. Yeah.
And anyway, you started great the last year with the win over Chile, and now you are playing for coming back to. I mean, it's not anymore the World Group; it's the finals of Davis
Mm.
Cup. But it's something that you are missing since 2006.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the last tie against Chile was unbelievable because I mean, what guys were playing that week was really on high level. So yeah, I mean, the to get to the finals, it's a tough thing. When you have to beat like really good team like Italy is or some other teams. So yeah, for us it's a challenge, and hopefully we can do our best, and we will see how it goes in the total.
And what do you expect about the tie against Italy? Because I spoke with your captain, and he told me, of course, we will try our best, but I can deny we were pretty unlucky because in his mind, Slovakia could try to win with a lot of country. I mean, with a lot of country could be favorite. With Italy, I think it's not.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, by rankings of players, you are in position, or Italy is in position that they should win. But in Davis Cup, especially when the playing when the team is playing away, you never know. We know our players. They can play on a higher level when they're playing Davis Cup at home. So yeah, hopefully it will happen this week, and we will see. I can't say nothing more than we will try our best, and we will fight till the last point.
Yeah, and you're going to play in the NTC arena, and what I mean, it's of course playing at home. It's an advantage for you. What do you expect of this, of the crowd, the support that you usually get from the crowd?
Yeah, it can be our advantage because, like a team, we are practicing in National Tennis Center whole year. How I said before, we are together. We know the court, we know the circumstances, the crowd. So yeah, it can be advantage, but yeah, everything will decide on the court, of course.
And what you told me about the decision, the pick of the surface, because I mean, Matteo Berrettini, we know he won't be there, but we were quite surprised. I mean, by the fact that you picked to play indoor hard court, even if we know that in this period of the season you don't have many choices after all.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot play outdoor, of course,
Yeah,
because it's
that's
it's
for
cold.
sure.
But so then you have only two options: to play on clay or to play hardcore. But anyway, if we would decide clay, Italian players are so good on clay as well. So in total, I mean, to choose the surface, it's like the 50 on 50 clay or hard. So they decided, or we decided, to play on the surface that we know, that we practice on. So yeah, the hardcore is not so fast. It's like middle fast or middle slow, let's say. So I think the surface is good for us, and of course it can be good for Italians as well.
Yeah, and of course, do you spoke about the players that are missing in Italy? Because of course, right now, I mean, it's better to play against Italy without Berrettini and without Fognini because, as your captain said, the double could be very important for you.
Of course, I mean, for the tie would be great if the players like Berrettini or Fognini would be here. But yeah, for us, it's also of course better. I have to be honest. So yeah, but anyway, your team is very good as well. I mean, without them, they have Sinner, Musetti, Sonego. I mean, they are world class players. So yeah, we cannot choose who will play, but yeah, we will do what we can do.
And do you remember something about Sonego and maybe Musetti? Because I mean, Sonego, you played actually him in 2016, so very long ago.
Yeah. It was long time ago, and he killed me that time. I remember, but yeah, long. It was long time ago. And, both of them improved. They are top 50, top 20 players. So yeah, they have to play good. I mean, the ranking is the miracle. What they can do. Yeah, but in Davis Cup, sometimes it goes away, and the difference between players are smaller than on tour. So
Yeah, and unfortunately, we know it very well because we saw Bornagoyo winning against Sonego in Turin in Davis Cup. So, and we were
yeah,
even playing at home, so we don't have to undervaluate nothing. But and talking about this, because you, of course, you didn't experience this, you because you didn't play the finals. But what do you think about personally about the format of the new Davis Cup? Even if you didn't try it in the
yeah. I mean, there was. A lot of talks about about the advantages and disadvantages. I mean, for me, the old format of Davis Cup was better. I mean, for the country where the final is, it's good to see all good players in one place, in one tournament. But the atmosphere and special spirit of the Davis Cup tie in the country where I don't know, the final I remember in France, between France and Switzerland, on football stadium or something like this, was amazing. The crowd, even if it was only between the France and Switzerland, but yeah, for me, I like the more the old format of Davis Cup than this kind of.
yeah. Talking about what we were talking at the beginning, so the very hard situation that we know between Russia and Ukraine in these days. I mean, yesterday the Olympic Committee also spoke about the federation that not they shouldn't allow Russian athletes to compete, or at least not with their flags and with their anthem. And in tennis, it's a particular situation because, of course, it's not a team sport; it's an individual sport, and we know that. I mean, the athletes they have no fault, but maybe let them compete without flag. It's still a message that you could send to the world. I don't know. I mean, it's very hard to take position, and I would like to know which is your opinion.
Well, tough question. I mean, totally, I'm against the war. I mean, it's something very bad that we can agree. I agree with the ban for from FIFA and UEFA and other international federations for team sports. But as we know and as we saw, the position, for example, of Andrei Rublev is totally against war. So it's not the way to ban him or other Russian players to play to compete and play on tournaments of professional tennis. But of course, it can be option, and I think it's a good idea to let them play, but without the national symbols or flags or anthem of the country who is aggressor, who is trying to oversize Ukraine, and yeah, that's the option. We and I can agree with this opinion.
Yeah, then we have also, I mean, to see what will happen for Davis Cup because, of course, they as winner they are not participating to the qualification. In theory, they should host one of the four group of the finals, and they actually played already Davis Cup without anthem and without flag. So, I mean, I'm curious to see what will happen, but I think that the situation from here to September, I mean, it will develop very much, and let's hope for the best way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Anyway, coming back to you and to your career, you are I think that you are strict to Italy because I mean, at least for me, that I was very young. First time I heard of you, it's of course Filip Horansky, champion of Bonfiglio,
Yeah, yeah. I
and
remember.
yeah, and it
The,
was 2011.
Yeah, yeah, these times were really good for me. I like the Italy a lot. I mean, your your way of life, of food, everything, the weather, sea. I love the country of Italy. I spent a lot of weeks there, so I can't say nothing bad to the Italy, and especially to the tennis because I like the area there.
And coming back to to that week, if you remember something particular, and overall your junior career, because you had very important one. What do you remember about this period of your life?
Yeah, this time were great for me, but in the total, when I would speak to the other young players or to the young Filip Horansky, for example, I would say that the junior career it's not it's not so important with the result because for me I it was like more tough for me to get to the men's tennis because when you are good junior, for example, my example, it cannot be there every time like this, but for me it was like, yeah, I was winning a lot of matches in juniors because in every tournament I was playing till final, semi-final, winning 3 4 matches in a row, but then I became a man I started to play in men's category and what happened? I lost in qualies, for example, of futures 10,000 3 times in a row first round, and then I started to lose self confidence and saying, I was good junior, but I'm not that good player as I was before. So the pressure of being top class men's tennis player because everybody was expecting this from me. It was like the thing that I couldn't take on my shoulders. So in total, to be a good junior or to be the best junior, it's not so important. So important is to improve, to practice, to compete, to learn how to play, to learn things on the tour and everything like that. So if I would have a chance to change something, of course I would not say that I would change my junior career, but I would not take it so important for me. Yeah.
Yeah, we had few weeks ago here with me. I had Timofey Skatov that I think you met in some tournaments, and actually was number one junior. I mean, he's still pretty young, and he told me exactly the same. And he told me when I moved to Spain, He's working with the Jose Artur. First thing he told me, if you want to regain your confidence, forget about everything you have done because it means nothing now.
Yeah,
And
yeah, exactly.
it was a long process. I would ask you because that's my bad because I forgot to ask you before the interview. You are still working with Carol as coach?
No, no, no.
You see,
Unfortunately,
my
no.
bad, my bad.
No, 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 no worries. I mean, he was the really good coach, but he became a member of national parliament in Slovakia.
Oh,
So he's like working for government in the way of
okay, yes.
sports and everything.
Who is your coach right now? So,
Now I'm working with the son of Miloslav Mečir.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And talking about this group of this Messi as past captain, Carol as player, Bati. How do you remember the team that made final in Davis Cup in 2005?
Yeah, I remember that very well because I was on the every match of that year Davis Cup,
Yeah.
because it was like a really lucky situation because we were playing most of the matches at home. So we beat I remember Germany, Spain, Argentina at home. So it was really unbelievable for me. The matches were unbelievable good, atmosphere and everything. And it was the first year that the National Tennis Center was opened.
Mhm.
So it was like a new place. Everything was new, and yeah, it was amazing year for Slovakia. Unfortunately, we didn't win that year, but yeah, it is something that we will never forget.
Yeah. And how important is the National Tennis Center for you? Because I mean, you could train all together, so you have the best player in Slovakia train together. Because the experience we had, especially from junior, and we see, for example, with good under 16, under 14, is that in Italy, most of them maybe like junior tour, tennis Europe, they are playing just the main events because then they could play with adults in Italy and having a lot of tournament that they are still useful. Smaller country, of course, players needs to travel more because needs to raise their level.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think to have a good national tennis center is really important because Slovakia is not so huge country, and we don't have so many players, and to practice together is really important because it is the only way that they can improve, because they are seeing each other every day. They are trying to improve because they see, he's playing good now and I want to play the same level as he's playing. So they are competitive between each other, what in total is improving their game. So yeah, to have national tennis center and to have a really big group of tennis players, it's important because I mean through the year when the tournaments are on, not a lot of players are at home, and you have availability to practice. So yeah, I mean for us it's a really good project and good idea.
Yeah. And coming back to you, I mean, you started the season, of course, from Australia, and you reached the last round in Australian Open qualification. So I would like to know how was the tournament, but I don't know if you had COVID before or not, but how was also the preparation because the moments before the departure were very tricky. We know for the players.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I had COVID, but in 2020,
Okay.
in the end of the year. And of course, I mean, was tricky because you had to travel to Australia and make a test on site, and if the result would be positive, then you have to be isolated in Australia, and you don't have chance to play. So everybody was taking care how he could do. So, but yeah, I mean, curious thing was that you were tested only once when you arrived, and then during the tournaments there were no testing.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you pass the first test, you were okay, even if you could get the positive feelings or
Yeah, I
positive
remember
after.
also Sven pointed out this thing.
Yeah, yeah, could be. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
about
yeah,
the game,
sorry, I interrupt you.
about your matches, your game. I mean, because you now I don't remember. You never played the main draw in slams, right?
No, you're right. Yeah, it
Okay.
was good for me. I mean, uh, Australia is nice area. Also, the Australian Open is a really nice tournament. So this year I was playing really good level in Australia. Unfortunately, I didn't do the final in the way that I wanted. But yeah, for me it was a good experience, and yeah, I'm happy to reach final also of quali, of course.
And I mean, about now, because you spoke and it was very interesting what you told before about your junior career part. So, right now that you are 29 years old, then there was also like the COVID period, so the stop of the tour. And I think it was also a reflection moment for you and for the other tennis player. Which is the way that you are living now tennis? And maybe, I mean, your game, of course, like technical and this, but also the mental approach that you have right now, if it's changed or not.
Well, it changed a little bit because, of course, I'm still living from the tennis. Even if I'm not top 100, I'm making money to live. But in the longer period, you have to see if you have any opportunity to reach top 50 or top 20 to make such a money that you don't have to work after career. And in this way, I have the other opportunity because I graduated the University of Law. So there is life also after tennis. For me, tennis it's also something that I love to do, and of course, I love to compete and play tournaments. But if I will not, for example, be top 100 ever, it's something that I will regret, but the life is going on also after, and I have opportunities to live and to do what I like also after career. So I'm in position that I like to do like what I do. I enjoy what I do, but yeah, of course, there is life after tennis career. It's not like tennis career is everything, and then you have nothing to do. So
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Also, because I mean, as journalists, we are in position that we have to say maybe sometimes about top 10, top 15 players. Like, yeah, but for making this step in is that. But after all, I mean, we are talking always about players even top 200, but even player less good than you, top 400, top 500, that makes something amazing to be there and to live all the life playing tennis, especially top 200. And
yeah.
so at this point, I'm curious because you take the degree in law, so your future plans, let's hope, not not soon, but it will be so to practice law and be lawyer or something related, or maybe
Uh,
coach and
yeah,
help federation. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I don't have a vision like this for now, but I mean, I'm practicing the law beside of tennis a little bit
Mhm.
because my father is lawyer as well. So
Okay.
in free time, I'm helping him with some cases or to prepare some documents and everything. So yeah, I'm practicing also this for now. But yeah, after career, mm, let's say. Yeah, I want to be a lawyer, but I don't know if it will have something with tennis because it is interesting area of sports law, but in Slovakia it's not so popular, and I see myself in more in criminal law or
No, no,
this.
sorry. I probably my question was if you were looking at you as lawyer, or even if now you have the degree, maybe when you get retired, you are going then to be, I don't know, coach and continue to travel, or
Yeah, that's the thing where I decided to be a lawyer because the traveling is for now because the
yeah,
traveling is it's really tough. I mean, to don't see the people that you like for most of the year and to do it whole career and then stop and do it again as a coach, it's a really difficult option. So yeah, I don't see myself as a coach for
yeah,
now after career.
yeah. If I can ask you, you have like a girlfriend or a wife?
Yeah, I have girlfriend.
Yeah, and so I mean, how with the procedure of your age and of course of your career, how much this part of your life became more important? Because we saw a lot of players in their experience that at one point say just, yeah, traveling it's so hard because it's time to have a family. I mean, because of course I have to take more responsibility also on this kind of area, and it's right that maybe I just slow down or maybe I stop. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, it's always difficult to travel without the people that you love. Also, that include also your girlfriend or wife. So yeah, that's the one thing about what I'm thinking every time. But for now, I'm making money from the tennis, so it's part of my life. And she accepted. I mean, she's huge support for me for now, and I mean she's still young, and we decided to live with tennis for now. And when we will decided to have a family, of course, I want to be more home and taking care and helping her with children and everything. So yeah, this is the future, and uh, we will see how it goes. I can say now.
Yeah. Last question to close, of course, right now, as you said, right, you're a tennis player. What are now, I mean, your goals? Because actually, we saw as well that, I mean, you're 29, but you're not that old, especially because, yeah, we have some, let's call wonder kids like Sinner, we saw Alcaraz, Musetti, and others. But we saw also a lot of players that are reaching the top 100 for the first time at 27, 28, 29, but also over 30 years old. So it's still a long way to go in some sense.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, yeah, the goal is to improve every day to have a good level to reach top 100. I mean, it's everybody. It's something that everybody wants, but yeah, you have to have a little bit of luck. You have to have a good period of results. So yeah, you have to fight and believe in what you do.
Yeah. I wish you so good luck for this. Bit less maybe for the tie against Italy, but we will meet in few days in Bratislava, and I'm happy about this.
Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to meet you. And of course, I'm wishing everybody everything best to in their lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.